Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that is quite common in the manifesting community, and that is conditioning your desire. And what do we mean by conditioning your desire? We mean that when we have a desire that we want to manifest, we automatically assume that we need to do or be X, Y, Z, a bunch of other things, or that we need to fix this or that in our life, in ourselves, in order to get our core manifestation, in order to get our core desire. So then what happens is that a lot of people fall into the trap of looking for more and more things to fix, looking for more and more blocks, looking for more and more problems, if you will, more and more things to heal, and so on and so forth. And so they get stuck in a perpetual cycle of looking for things to fix. And so what ends up happening is that they get stuck into a perpetual cycle of looking for things to fix. I'm going to talk today about how you can avoid falling into this trap and falling into this cycle. So this is today's topic. Stay tuned. So as I just said, it tends to be quite common in the manifesting community that people get the impression that in order to get their desire, whatever the desire might be, they have to fix and heal and sort out this and that and the other, either in themselves or in their lives or both of them or whatever else it might be. And so what ends up happening is that you are falling into this perpetual cycle, and it's a cycle, it's a loop, because as we know, where we put our consciousness is what we see more of. Where attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is on needing to fix this, needing to heal this, needing to do this and that, conditioning my desire, because otherwise I'm not going to get my desire, I'm not going to get my SP, I'm not going to get the relationship I want, I'm not going to get the house, I'm not going to get the money, I'm not going to get the job unless I fix or heal this and this and this and that and the other. What ends up happening is that you keep digging up things that need healing, that need fixing. You keep getting courses, you keep reading books, you keep watching videos, you keep going from coach to coach, you take this class or that seminar, you go to therapy, you try this modality, you try that modality, and you're always in a mode of needing to fix something, needing to heal something within yourself, or fix something in your 3D or in your life. And so because your attention is there, because your focus is predominantly there, what ends up happening is that the 3D keeps showing you things that need quote-unquote fixing or healing. And so you continue to keep your desire conditional upon these things being fixed, being healed, being changed, because otherwise in your mind you cannot get your desire. And so now you're falling into the trap of this perpetual cycle of changing and healing and fixing things, and there's more things to fix, more things to heal, and more because your attention is always there, so you keep seeing more of them. And at the same time, your desire remains conditional upon fixing and healing all these things. And then you start wondering why my desire isn't here, why I've been doing all this inner work for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, where is my desire? And at the end of the day, the problem is not that the desire is not coming, it's A, that you haven't been focusing on the desire as you should have been, and B, that you have conditioned it upon all those things that you keep your attention on, that you keep trying to fix and you keep trying to heal and you keep trying to change. And so then you end up with a conditioned desire that never gets fulfilled because on the one part, there's no attention going on it, or there's very little attention going on it. And on the other hand, it remains conditional. It remains conditional upon all these things being healed and being fixed. And at the same time, you're in this perpetual cycle of trying to fix and heal those things. So with all this, I'm sure you understand how ridiculous this is and how detrimental it can be to your manifestation, how detrimental it can be because if you are being in this cycle for this long time and you're not seeing any movement and you're not seeing any change and you keep wondering, where is my manifestation? I'm doing all this work. You don't realize that you yourself are keeping it away from you by keeping it conditioned upon all those things. And I'm not talking here when you're first starting or the first few months, first couple of years maybe in your journey, where you might still have the old conditioning, you might still have the old self-concept, you might still have your old beliefs. Yes, these do need to be changed, but these are usually pretty easy to identify, especially if you're having patterns in your life, the same story repeating with different people or with different situations. That's how you know you have a pattern, but then it's very easy to recognize and it's easy to change. If you have certain assumptions that don't serve you, if you have certain beliefs that don't align with the new story that you're creating, then yes, absolutely you should be changing these. But at the same time, be very, very mindful and very careful not to fall into the trap of this perpetual healing and perpetual need to fix things. Your desire has been given to you unconditioned. There are no conditions attached to it, no strings attached to it. And the only reason why you might need to change some assumptions, change some old beliefs, change some old conditioning is so that you can get yourself into a new state and get to your desire. But in most cases, in the vast majority of cases, there is no prolonged fixing or healing needed in order for your desire to manifest in your 3D. What is actually needed and what is the remedy to this situation, to this trap, to this endless loop of fixing and healing and looking for things to heal is moving your consciousness to a state, to an inner energy that is aligned with what you want. So let's say you want a specific person. How would you feel? How would you think? What would you assume? What would you believe about them, yourself, the relationship, if you were in that relationship right now? That's the state you want to move yourself into. And usually it's a state that's kind of neutral, calm, relaxed, trusting, receiving. So you want those kinds of feelings. You want that kind of energy to be surrounding you most dominantly. If you want to manifest a new relationship, you want to feel yourself in your ideal relationship, how would you feel? Presumably you would be feeling safe, secure, relaxed, calm, blissful. You would be going about your life feeling content and feeling fulfilled. If you wanted to manifest money, you would want to feel secure, you would want to feel safe, you would want to not overly worry about paying the bills, not overly worry about how I'm going to find the money, how is it going to come to me. Just move into a state of relaxed expectation, if you will, that I'm not going to have money problems forever, they are going to be resolved soon. I am trusting that I'll be receiving money. You want to be in a receptive state for abundance and in a state where you don't worry too much about money and financial issues. So this is what Neville taught, this is what many other teachers of the law taught, and this is actually the answer to getting your desire faster and to healing and fixing any past issues in your self-concept, in your assumptions, in your past conditioning that might be sabotaging your desire from coming. By moving yourself to a different state, this is the healing you're doing, and this is the fixing that you are doing, because by moving your consciousness into a new state that is aligned with the story that you now want to experience, that is aligned with a new self, aligned with who you want to be and what you want to have and what you want to experience, you are leaving all the baggage of the past behind. You are leaving the old assumptions behind. You are leaving the old self behind. You are leaving the old conditioning behind. You can't be in a happy relationship, happy, fulfilling, loving, committed relationship, and still feel like relationships suck. Well, these two things don't go together. They don't align. So it's either one or the other. If you're in a state where you're feeling the same way you would feel as if you were in a happy relationship right now, even if the 3D hasn't shown it yet, then by definition and by default, you can't be at the same time in a state where you feel like relationships suck. You can't. They are mutually exclusive. So this is how, by moving your consciousness into the new state, I am the person who is now in a happy, loving, committed relationship, you are healing the baggage of the past. You are healing the past conditioning. You are healing the past assumptions. And boom, that's how you do it. By moving your consciousness from someone who is struggling to pay the bills, who is always worried about money, who is always thinking about how money is going to come to me, etc., into a state where you're feeling abundance, you feel receptive towards abundance and towards money, you're not so worried about financial issues, you trust that money does come to you easily and effortlessly. This is how you have now healed and cured the past insecurities about money, your past assumptions about money, and your past conditioning about money. You can be in a state of feeling financially secure on the one hand, and on the other hand, being in a state of being financially insecure. So which is it? You can only be one or the other. If you're truly, genuinely now in a state of feeling financially secure and feeling trusting towards money and feeling grateful and receptive and knowing that money is coming to you and is going to come to you, then this is how you fixed and this is how you've healed your past conditioning around money. So yes, if we do have assumptions that are sabotaging us, they do need changing. If we do have some past conditioning that is sabotaging us, we do need to change that. But how do we change that? By moving our consciousness into a new state. By becoming and embodying that new person that we want to be. So there's no need to condition our desire upon this and this and that being fixed or this and this and that being healed. And there is no point in expecting to always have to heal something, always have to fix something, always having to find a block to heal or to fix or to change. No, it's none of that. It's much simpler. You move your consciousness to a different state. You become engulfed in that state. You become engrossed in that state. You saturate yourself in that state. And that's your healing right there. Because the past baggage is left behind. Because the two states are mutually exclusive. You can't be in both states. So if you're one of those people stuck in that endless perpetual cycle of looking for things to fix, looking for things to heal, looking for things to change, looking for blocks, etc., know that there is actually a much simpler way, and that is to embody the new state, to move your consciousness towards the new state, who you want to be, what person you want to be, what you want to experience. And this automatically is the fixing and the healing of all the past conditioning that you're seeking to leave behind. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.